Oh boy, what a beautiful day in the forest. Grizzy is chilling on his favorite couch, ready for a nice long nap with some tasty snacks. But wait, what's that noise? It's the Lemmings. They're zipping around in a tiny red toy car, and they look like they're having way too much fun. Grizzy just wants some peace and quiet, but those little critters are turning his peaceful cabin into a chaotic racetrack. Vroom, vroom. They nearly knock over his precious chocolate spread. That's the last straw. Grizzy decides he's had enough. If you can't beat him, join single quotes and then beat him. Grizzy spots something in the garage. It's an old, dusty go-kart. A brilliant, mischievous idea sparks in his mind. He's going to build the ultimate supercar and show those lemmings who is the real king of the road. He gets to work, grabbing tools, spare parts, and even his trusty rocket from a past adventure. With a bit of hammering, some welding, and a lot of imagination, Grizzy's vehicle starts to take shape. It's not just a go-kart anymore. It's a monster machine, complete with a massive engine and, of course, a comfy seat right in the middle. The lemmings just laugh, not realizing they've awakened a competitive beast. The transformation is complete. Grizzy proudly unveils his masterpiece, the Grizzy Mobile. It's a cobbled-together marvel of engineering, painted bright orange with a huge spoiler on the back. He straps himself in, puts on his driving goggles, and gives the engine a mighty roar. The whole cabin shakes. The lemmings stop in their tracks, their tiny jaws dropping in awe and maybe a little bit of fear. Grizzy revs the engine again, a determined grin on his face. This isn't just about stopping the noise anymore. This is about victory. The ultimate race is about to begin. Who do you think will win? The race is on. Grizzy floors the pedal, and his Grizzy Mobile shoots out of the cabin like a rocket. He's chasing the lemmings through the forest, leaving a cloud of dust behind him. The lemmings, quick and nimble, weave through the trees, dodging rocks and jumping over streams. Grizzy, in his much bigger car, has to be more careful. He smashes through a bush, sending leaves flying everywhere. He's gaining on them. The lemmings see him getting closer in their tiny rearview mirror, and they start to panic. They quickly form a plan, chattering excitedly to each other. This is going to be a wild ride. The lemmings are clever little guys. They lead Grizzy towards a series of tricky obstacles they've set up. First up, a giant mud puddle. The lemmings' tiny car skims right over the surface, but Grizzy's heavy machine sinks right in. Splat! He's covered in mud from head to toe. Grumbling, he engages his super booster and blasts out of the muck. Next, the lemmings race up a rickety wooden ramp that leads to a huge jump over a canyon. Grizzy follows, his heart pounding. Can his homemade car handle this? He closes his eyes and goes for it. He soars through the air, for a moment feeling like a majestic eagle. Before landing with a bone-rattling crash on the other side, he made it. But the lemmings aren't done yet. They have one more trick up their sleeve. They zoom towards a giant redwood tree and deploy a hidden net. Grizzy, focused on the finish line, doesn't see it until it's too late. Swoosh! The net springs up, catching the Grizzy Mobile and hoisting it high into the air. Grizzy is stuck, dangling helplessly from a branch, watching as the lemmings do a victory dance below. They zoom around his dangling car, tooting their little horn and celebrating their clever triumph. Grizzy can only sigh in defeat as they drive off with his jar of chocolate spread. Looks like the lemmings win this round. Frustrated but not defeated, Grizzy is trying to figure out how to get down. He swings back and forth, trying to build momentum. Suddenly he has an idea. He remembers the emergency ejector seat he installed, a spring-loaded contraption powered by a giant mousetrap. He reaches for the button, a determined look on his face. With a loud snap and a bowing, Grizzy is launched out of the driver's seat and goes flying through the air. He's sore, he's tired, and his head hurts. He sees the empty chocolate jar and the tired tracks on his face, and he knows exactly who is to blame. He looks over and sees the lemmings fast asleep in the jar, cuddling together after their big day of adventure. For a moment, Grizzy feels a flash of anger, but then he just sighs. He's too tired to be mad. He picks up the jar, with the sleeping lemmings inside, and gently places it on the shelf. Maybe tomorrow he'll finally get that nap. But just as Grizzy settles back onto the couch, he hears a new sound, beep beep. He looks out the window and sees the lemmings have found something new, a remote-controlled airplane. They're flying it around the cabin, doing loops and barrel rolls. Grizzy's eye twitches. His quest for peace and quiet is never ending. A new idea begins to form in his mind, and we see a glint in his eye as he looks at an old hang glider in the corner. The adventure never stops. What do you think he'll build next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more crazy adventures. See you next time.